Tessie George. I've come all the way from Mumbai, India, in case this sari of mine doesn't tell its own story. I've got an important part of research ethics that I'm going to tell a story about today, and that is human subject protection. I work in Bhabha Atomic Research Center in Mumbai. My work doesn't concern ethics at all. But as I lived my life and grew older, I felt that society was really in need of being taught ethics. So what I decided to do, I initiated workshops in professional ethics in science and technology for the young scientists in my institute. There was no great reward for this. It was something I just initiated on a voluntary basis. The only reward was a job well done. But it was fortunate for me that my institute also appreciated this, and the participants in my workshops did too. I teach about 180, for the past 13 years I've been doing this. I teach about 180 students every year. They are young scientists who have done their PhDs, their MTechs, and they are absorbed in the Department of Atomic Energy after that. I knew nothing about human subject protection. I didn't even know this term. But at the back of my mind, I felt something has to be done about this. But given this busy schedule of mine, I didn't have much time. But one day, I myself was in need of human subject protection. I was also a nominated member of the Bhabha Atomic Research Center Women's Cell. And we had, on the occasion of International Women's Day, a cancer detection drive. We have 2,000 women in our department, and large numbers signed up for this. I signed up too. We all went to this cancer hospital, and I was given this badly printed, illegible paper and said, "You're on a clinical trial, sign this." I just quickly signed it. I was so stressed out with this test that was coming up, and this line of ladies behind me, I just signed it. But when I went home, away from all those probing hands and those invasive techniques and innumerable questions of that test, I sat down and thought, I am educated. I was not sick. I was fine. I was just going for a test. What about all those patients out there who are illiterate, who are poor, who are really sick, maybe dying? What happens to them when they are served this informed consent form? What do they go through? And the repercussions of the trial could be very bad on them. Again, human subject protection, though I didn't know that nomenclature then, came bright up in my mind. It was burning in my thoughts, but I was so busy that I put it again on the back burner. One day, in a very serendipitous manner, my car stalled. Who should stop to give me a ride but the director of Tata Memorial Hospital, the biggest cancer center in India, one of the biggest and most advanced. I knew this director quite well. She knew about my official work, but what she didn't know was what I did beyond the call of my duty, these workshops on ethics. When she heard about this, she immediately said, "Join our ethics committee." And without knowing really what an ethics committee, I immediately said yes, because that was human subject protection, which has been in my mind all this time. I soon found myself on this ethics committee, knowing nothing about human subjects protection, being quite unaware of all this. But I was very impressed with the dedication of our members there. And very quickly I learned on the job, plus with all the different workshops that I was sent to, the SOP workshops, the GCP workshops. I was lucky enough to be in a month-long ICMR, that's the Indian Council of Medical Research, and the NIH conducted a 1-month-long program. I was there too. I was able to transmit this kind of knowledge through my own workshops, and in other invited lectures that I was giving. I was lucky to be on the SOP team to revise the SOPs of my committee. I felt I knew a lot. And I was asked to give a lecture one day to our scientists in our institute. And there I was standing on the stage talking about SAEs and ICFs. I thought, wow, those people in front of me were like I was 6 years ago. They knew nothing about human subject protection. I thought I knew a lot. I was dazzling them. But when I came for the primer conference, I came back down to reality. It was such a humbling experience. I realized how little I know, how much I have to learn. Like Robert Frost, I have miles to go before I sleep. I thank Primer very much for giving me this opportunity to be here, for all that I've learned, all those who were with me in this conference, all that I've learned from everyone. Jai Hind, which says long live India, long live the United States of America, long live all the countries who are represented here today. Thank you.